everyone, welcome on board. This is Anisha here. I'm going to be your guide and mentor from today for your SNAP exams. In fact, all the non CAT exams with respect to the strategies, when to start preparing for these exams, how to start preparing, and which colleges to apply. Finally, we will talk about how to get into these colleges as well. Okay? Today's session, I'm going to be talking to you only about two things. First, when to start studying for SNAP, and second, how to start studying for SNAP exam. All right. People who do not know what is SNAP exam, people who have come in onto the Cat Kings channel for the first time. So, guys, this is Anisha here. I did my MBA from NMIMS Mumbai, but I was a SNAP 99.2 percentiler, converted SIBM Pune, SCM HRD, the top two colleges from Symbiosis. But yeah, NMIMS was my preference back then. But I will make sure you guys are able to crack in SNAP exam for sure. So today's session, like I said, we're talking about two aspects. One, when to start preparing for the exam. Secondly, how to start preparing for the exam. All right. So when I talk about when do you start preparation, I think by now you should have started your preparation already. If you have not, then please start now. Okay. For two simple reasons. One, trust me, SNAP is going to be the easiest exam which you have in all the entrance exams. If you see last year's paper pattern, it is the shortest and the sweetest exam. 60 minutes, 60 questions, simple, khatam. Udhar hi exam khatam ho gaya, right? They made a lot of changes. If I talk about what were the changes that were there last year, one, it was reduced to 60 minutes, 60 questions. Second, the exam was conducted in three windows. Okay, three different windows. You were allowed to give the exam twice. Any of the 2 days out of the 3 days, you were able to select, given the exam, but there was no concept of normalization. There was a simple score based cutoff, which was declared at the end of it. This year, if they're trying to enhance, they may come up with normalization factors for all the three slots, or that's something which is not in your hand. So don't fret over it. Okay, let's focus on कि हमें कब पढ़ना चाहिए और कैसे पढ़ना start करना है, right? So now when I talk about this, like because it's one of the easiest exams, you should start soon. Why? Because firstly, it's going to be right after cat will be somewhere in the third week of your November, and SNAP is going to be in the second week of December. That's like a standard time which they have. Last year it was second week of December plus फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड वीक ऑफ जैन. ठीक है, तो बहुत कम टाइम्स गैप है बिटवीन बोथ द अटेम्प्ट्स एज वेल आल्सो. सो यू हैव टू बी ऑन योर टोज. नाउ couple of things which you have to keep in mind. What makes cat and snap different? Cat wobble is only about reading comprehension and para jumbles. In snap, that's not the case. You will have to study vocabulary, grammar. You will have to study, those kind of verbal reasoning based questions, or critical reasoning, we can say. So there's more things to study. Similarly, for LR, you have only logical reasoning puzzles or DI sets and caselets which come in CAT. That's not the case for SNAP. In SNAP, you will have blood relations, direction sense, coding, decoding, chota chota puzzles. You can have data sufficiency in DI. Then you have a lot of things called as mathematical operations, number series, find the missing number. All of these kind of topics, which are simple, easy topics, but can get complex if they have not been practiced, if you don't know the approach towards it. Like, for example, simplest of all, syllogisms. Like, people go crazy solving it, though it's very easy to visualize and do it. But the problem is, since you have not studied for it, you don't understand it, right? So that is why I would suggest you should start your preparation right now. People who have already started preparing for CAT, very good. 80% of your syllabus is same. But that 20% gap, you have to start preparing now, because after CAT and before SNAP, there isn't enough time to do that. You have to do it now, right? So target rakho ki I have to start now. August end tak I should be done with the syllabus. After that, I'm only focusing on giving mocks, enhancing my time management strategy in September. October, November, chup karke focus on your CAT preparation and NMAT if you're giving that preparation as well. Snap पे हम वापस आ जाएंगे after CAT, but by then I'm already done with the syllabus. I'm done giving at least 3 to 4 mocks, so life is easy, right? So that answers my when to start the preparation. Now, coming to the second question, which I talked about, like what we are going to talk. Do you guys remember? If not, यार याद करना सीख लो सब videos में. Just make sure, at least in all my videos, I would recommend sit with a pen and paper. If you can, make a diary, because we are going to come with a lot of videos for your snap and maths at all exam strategies. Keep writing that down, follow it, and make it like a schedule plan कि मुझे हर हफ्ते ये improve करना है, ये topics करने हैं. That becomes your own journal guide for your preparation. So instead of having someone who's physically mentoring you, you become your own mentor by following all those notes. Okay, so get a pen and paper. If you have not got as yet, pause this video right here, get it one, and make that diary. Okay, so keep jotting down these notes. First thing foremost, which you need to keep in mind when we talk about how to start preparing for the exam. Any exam in life which you're giving, if someone asks you how to prepare for the exam, first thing you're going to do is understand the paper pattern. Okay, until you understand the paper pattern, it is not possible for you to get a hang of the preparation, the books, everything, what and how to go ahead with it. ठीक है, so keep that in mind कि कुछ भी हो जाए हमें paper pattern तो सबसे पहले आना ही चाहिए. Okay, so let me quickly show you guys the snap paper pattern, which was last year's paper pattern. So based on that, you will be able to prepare your strategy for this year as well, right? Let's assume the paper pattern is not changing and it's going to remain the same. So 20th December was the exam. Okay, we had three sections. Like I said, 60 questions, 60 minutes, three sections. Simplest was general English, 15 questions. Likha hua tha RC, verbal reasoning, verbal ability. But trust me, you will be surprised to know there were no reading comprehension questions at all in the entire SNAP verbal exam. Okay, you have 1 mark per correct question, total 15 marks. Okay, next we had analytical and logical reasoning, 25 questions, 1 mark per question, 25 marks. Last, quants, DI and DS, 20 questions, 1 mark per question, total marks 20. 60 questions, 60 marks, 60 minutes. Good thing there was no bifurcation कि किस section के लिए कितना time limit है. Full 60 minutes are in your hand. Put in where you want, whichever section you want to juggle, you can do that. If they want a change, they can come up with a sectional time limit. They can come up with keep juggling is not allowed, but that's not there right now, so don't predict that. There'll be a lot of people who will come and tell you नहीं नहीं होता है section बदली. होता है. फिलहाल आपके पास 60 क्वेश्चंस है, 60 मिनट्स का टाइम है, आपको जितना टाइम जिस सेक्शन में डालना है आप डाल सकते हो. So build on your strengths right now. Understand ki what is your strong area. You will focus on that section first in the exam, then because then we can score maximum. All right, so that's about the paper pattern. Few surprises which we spoke about. One was no reading comprehension. Second, there was no calculation intensive DI. In fact, DI and puzzles came like single questions. Chota puzzle, one question. One DI graph, two questions at max. Otherwise, there were one single question based question sets as well. Okay, out of this 60, your target score should be 45 and above. If you're aiming for 98 percentile and above, which is should be your target. In fact, I should say your target should be 99 percentile. So हमें तो 50 out of 60 लेके आना है. Is it possible? Absolutely yes. All you need to do is get your basics sorted, and that's all you need to focus on. Okay, so that's the first thing, understanding the paper pattern. Now you understood the paper pattern, so how do we start preparing? First thing, get yourselves the right study material. Okay, CAT का study material is good, but it's not some complete. Syllabus में फर्क है. I will do dedicated videos with respect to each section syllabus. Stay tuned to the channel, subscribe it so that you all don't miss it out. But you need special video lectures, books, and all of it to start that preparation. If you do not have the right material, I'm giving the link of the CAT King Snap course in this description. Join in. It's all made, all the mocks, ebooks, everything made by people from Symbiosis, SIBM, and SCM HRD colleges, and they have done their level best to make sure it's absolutely on par with actual Snap. In fact, last year, after giving the Snap exam, there were students who came out and said that exact question from our mocks were there in the actual exam as well. So that's the how real Snap level mocks, practice tests, ebooks would be provided to you. In fact, पुराने पेपर सॉल्व करना सबसे अच्छा तरीका होता है. So we have all previous Snap papers which are available, videos, solutions to them for each and every section as well. ये तीन चीजें if you're able to sort and do, then your life is sorted. In addition to them, I'll be there as your mentor, holding your hand right from now till Snap exam, till your mock interviews, until you crack and get insights and biases. Even after that, if you need help, I'll be there. But udar tak to you'll have no options but to follow and all of them. So your weekly preparation plans, your strategies, how to analyze the mocks, how to proceed ahead, I'll take care of that. Okay, so I hope the session was helpful to get an idea when and how to start with your preparation. Let's get started at the earliest. If you all have any doubts, any questions, any specific thing that you would want me to take up and cover with respect to SNAP or symbiosis, drop in the comments and I'll take that up in the upcoming videos. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.